So, beautiful sunny day um, in November. And there's a lot of trees that are so green. Like where's all the beautiful colors? But anywho, I wanted to talk about um, the residency program coordinator position. Um, that's what I do for a living, and I am breaking out of the habit of being so secluded about different things and what I do. I mean, I'm not going to spill everything because it's nobody's business, but some things I can share. Like, I don't have to just be in hermit mode all the time. So I can't really, it's hard for me to shorten what a residency program coordinator does because in all honesty, it's different depending on what program you go into. Like in the requirements of it are different. So I only can speak from, my point of view. In my point of view, it is being the chaos coordinator. Because no matter how well and organized you are, chaos will happen. Chaos will find you. And you have to navigate through all that. You're the glue, pretty much, that keeps the program together. Literally, because at least in my position, I am in charge of accreditation. So if I don't do my job, our program is not accredited. And if we're not accredited, then the residents don't have a job. So there's that. But a lot of the things that I struggle with is I have imposter syndrome. And while it is wonderful because you can make imposter syndrome work for you. It is great to what's the word I'm looking for? Like to grow, to evolve, to adapt. I can't find the word I'm looking for, but pretty much to improve. That's great to always want to improve, but at the same time, you need to acknowledge your accomplishments that you do. And I find myself struggling with that at times because it feels like it's this never-ending loop of, not really a loop. I mean, it is a loop because every year it's an academic year. You do things in a cycle. But I find myself not appreciating or giving things that I do enough. Like, I don't recognize what I do in some aspect as like wonderful and great. It's just like, oh yeah, I did that. That's part of my job. So that's one of the things that I struggle with. And after having a child, my little boy is 2.5. Oh my gosh. It is hard to, like, my whole, the way I process things has changed dramatically. Like, he is like in the forefront now. And some things are just difficult with that for me, with work-life balance. Not to say I don't have a great work-life balance, but being in that type of a position where the things that I do have a large impact on the people involved. I deal with finances, reimbursements, with accreditation. So if I don't do something correctly, things can happen. Citations can happen. So like that's a lot of weight to carry. And you're not supposed to bring your work home, but different seasons I do bring my work home. Like right now we're in interview season. And so there's a lot of prep that is involved. A lot of planning. And I'm always like thinking like, oh, did I do this? I have until this day to do this. It's Monday and it's, Thursday night and I forgot to do this. And I remember like that kind of stuff at home because I'm just going through like, I got to make sure this is done. And I'm sure other people are great and wonderful at being better about not doing that. So kudos to you. But that's a work in progress. Progress? Yeah, I think it's the right word for me. But when I pull back and I look at everything, I did go to school for healthcare administration. And I'm doing what I went to school for. So I am grateful for that. And I do, in some form, help the residents, the faculty, in their day-to-day, like the back end. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of pulling the pieces together so they can do what they need to do to take care of the patient. So that does make me thankful. It's so hard to see all that in the thick of things when it's really busy and fires are everywhere and you only have one extinguisher and somebody else dumps another fire on you and you're trying to figure out all the other fires, and then you got this fire, and then you're like, okay, which one do I put out first? Because they're all important. But yeah, I don't see the position talked about enough. So I wanted to, I guess, shed some light on my point of view, because again, everybody's point of view is different, and I think it is a nice position to go into. It can be, depending on the program, and some aspects it can be stressful because a lot of things fall on you. And it does take some years to get it all. Like 1, 2, 3, maybe. 2 or 3 years, things start to seem familiar. 3 to 4 years, you're starting to get into your flow, and then you start to really get into mastery, a little after that. But things are ever changing in the medical field too, so you're pulling those things and trying to place them into your flow, and that can throw things out of whack. It throws me out of whack. But it is rewarding. It is nice to see, because I've been in my position for 6 years, and 2 years ago, because I started, Lord, I'm not gonna do the math. 2 years ago, my first, I guess, because this is technically the second year. So anyways, I went through the cycle of my residents. My program is 5 years. So onboarding them and then watching them graduate was really cool, because you get to see them, how they evolve from their internship into their chief year. So that's really cool to see, like how they evolve and how they change. And there are a lot of support, is it called support groups? There are a lot of coordinator groups to help with different things. There's a lot of templates. A lot of coordinators are very friendly in sharing, not necessarily reinventing the wheel all over again if they can help it. I mean, you have to kind of tweak it a bit, but I am thankful for that, because sometimes it's like you can't think of something that is so simple, but you can't, like, you need, I'm a visual person, so sometimes I need an example to get my gears flowing. Like, oh, I didn't think of it this way. Bam. Now I'm able to fill in the blanks, come up with something of my own. But yeah, I'll keep talking because it's already a little long. So, I guess if you are interested in that position or just wanted to know or didn't know, now you do. Because I didn't know about doctors having to go to training to be a resident. Like, I had no idea. I thought they went to school for their doctorates and graduated, and that was it. Nope, that's not it. So, but yeah, thanks for listening, and I hope that you find some encouragement in your day. Toodle-doodles.